where you live. Welcome to another beer review, and today we're going back over to BrewDog, and we're having a look at another entry in the Abstrakt series, and this is Abstrakt 23, and this is a bourbon barrel-aged barley wine, clocking in at 11.5% ABV, and of course brewed by BrewDog. Lovely artwork on this with the sort of painted on look. I think is it painted? Of course you've got the nice little embossed BrewDog logo there, and of course it's a wax cap. So I've just recorded review sit 950 because I'm a really bad troll, but I'm really in the mood to actually open this, so I'm going to open it. Brewed and bottled by BrewDog PLC in Ilton or Ellen, and ingredients: water, malted barley, yeast, and hops. And yeah, 11.5% ABV in a 375 milliliter bottle. So let's get this cut off so I can open the bloody thing. Yeah, pick this up in BrewDog Manchester. And can you cut a straight line, Peter? So you can actually take the top of the wax cap off? No, you can't, because you're an idiot. And that's not even gone through to the actual glass itself. I don't know if that's gone through, but you shall have to sit and watch me open this. So let's just cut it off. There we go. Let's see if we can get into it this way. Don't you just love it when they have that sort of like strip that you can pull up? BrewDog, come on. They don't focus on airlines. Fix your wax caps. But a jest, of course. Well, that's the bottle cap ruined. Not that it really matters, of course. Oh, it's just a plain black crown anyway. So let's get this opened. I think that's enough for me to get my bottle opener there. Plain black crown. Barley wines. Now, a style that I need to drink more of, but you can't really drink too many unless you're Paul. And this was initially going to be saved for Paul's meetup, but I'm sure I can buy some of the special beers, Paul. Anyway, using my Daya sort of wine glass, let's give this a pour and see what we get. It's not really one of my go-to styles, even for like a special occasion, but the barley wines I have had in the past have always been interesting. Nice amount of carbonation there. So a beer in the glass then, and yeah, it's sort of like ruby red, relatively clear, a little bit of like a varnished wood going on in there as well. Nice deep. It's almost got like cranberry juice look to it, as you would expect. No head at all. Oh yeah. So let's see what we get on the nose. We definitely get that bourbon, and it's mixing with like a really dark berry character. Yeah, it's like blackcurrant cordial almost. Nice sticky malts coming through as well. But yeah, that bourbon barrel the bourbon barrel is complementing those aromas of the barley wine really nicely. And look at that, it's like that part of my hair's been just added on afterwards. Yeah, so I'm recording this at 2 o'clock in the morning after doing a bit of a late shift at work, and I thought, fuck it, it's Friday, even though I'm in work tomorrow. I thought I'd have a couple of beers just to see me off to bed, really. So yeah, looking forward to this one. It smells really nice, so let's give it a taste. Cheers. Oh, there we go. Oof, that bourbon barrel comes right on the back end actually, but it's not sweet. It's got the sort of like tannins and the slight woodiness as opposed to like a sweet vanilla peated bourbon character. Tiny bit of warmth as it goes down, but you would not think that this is an 11 point something % beer. I've got to say, it's a little bit dull. Not gonna lie, it is a little bit of a dull beer. I was expecting a little bit more oomph with this, to be honest. You do get those like sticky sweet malt characters. I think actually the barrels sort of almost watered it down, because it seems to have lost a little bit of its character and a little bit of its bite. Let's pour the rest in there. Now we've got a head. Wish I could get ahead in life. Anyway, wish I could get ahead. But enough of that. Let's give it another taste. There's no such thing as TMI with Uncle Peter. Yeah. That had a little bit more of a boozy effect when I took a sip down. It's not bad, it's just quite dull, actually. It's not too sweet, doesn't get too savoury. Those sort of characters counteract each other and cancel each other out. It's a little bit too drinkable, which I know some people consider that a good thing, but in the context of this beer, it's just lacking a bit of character, I think. There's a little bit of charry pepperiness in there. It doesn't even like leave your lips sticky like some barley wines do. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a bit too mellow, if I'm being honest. It's not really robust as a barley wine should be. I don't really know what the bourbon barrel aging is adding to this beer specifically. It's still a lovely little beer, don't get me wrong, but it's just a little bit boring. And it's a shame because I've been on a really good run with BrewDog beers recently, especially more of their like Imperial Stouts and stuff, which have just been top class, man. But God, I'm showing double my age by doing shit like that. Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more power from this, to be honest. It's fairly standard. There's a slight hint of English strong ale in there. Do you know what it's reminded me of, actually? Samuel Smith's Yorkshire Stingo. That's what it's reminded me of. Both the flavours of the beer itself and also the barrel aspect. Yeah. They could have just released this in a can, to be honest. I don't really know what's too special about this one to warrant it being part of the Abstrakt series. Yeah. God, I'm so fucking spoiled. It's a fine, mighty fine beer. But I was just expecting a little bit more. Don't do that because you're going to stab yourself, you fat fuck. But I just want to get this wax off. It's good stress relief, actually, this. Almost reminds me of like that American style sliced cheese as well. Might even have the same consistency as that. Or a skin graft. But yeah, I was expecting a lot more than I got with this one. If it wasn't an abstract beer, I'd probably be a little bit more sympathetic. No, not sympathetic, because it's not a sad beer. A little bit more, fuck, what am I trying to say? What word is that? I'd be a little bit more generous with my review. Because it would be a bit of a surprise if it was just like a seasonal can, or a beer that came from like the fanzine, for instance. But because it is part of the Abstrakt series, a very highly regarded for good reason series of beers, I think it just falls flat at the mark. That's not a proper saying, I know, but you know what I'm talking about. Would you turn it down if you were presented with another bottle? No, you probably want to age it, just see what it's like a few years down the line. In fact, Abstrakt 23, I'm not too sure what year this is when this was actually brewed. So maybe it could potentially have just mellowed out a bit too much. But yeah, they don't seem to want to put a date on the bottle. Is that at the bottom? No. Hang on a minute. Nope, I can't find anything about this. Yeah, 7 out of 10. It's a nice barley wine, I suppose, but even with my limited experience with the style, I've had much more interesting entries into that style of beer. Some of the shit that comes out of my mouth. This is what happens when you work in customer service. You get to know bullshit tones. My persona at work when I'm talking to customers, I would never dream of being that corny in real life, and I'm fucking cheesy as fuck. But yeah, just a little bit let down actually. Perfectly fine nightcap. It'll see me off nicely. Might have a packet of crisps before I go to bed. Fat people know what I mean. But it's okay. I wouldn't grumble at another bottle, but I'd probably see what else they had in the fridge at the time. Do you know what I mean? And what other one did I have? I think I had a barrel-aged Baltic Porter, which is absolutely gorgeous. But this is just a little bit anyone could have brewed it sort of territory. And especially with it being an abstract beer, I was expecting a little bit more. But not a bad beer by any stretch. Please don't misconstrue this review as me bashing the beer. I'm not. For the price I paid and for what I've had that is similar, and my knowledge of the series, this isn't the greatest example of what BrewDog can do, and I know that they can do much better. In fact, I've tasted that nearly pretty much every couple of weeks when I visit Manchester, going into the bar that they have. And now I can get Clockwork Tangerine in 4-packs at my local co-op. Happy days. Yeah, it's okay. It's more than okay, but 7 out of 10 speaks for itself on my scale. That means I would get another bottle. But I wouldn't really go out my way to pick up another one. Anyway, if you've tried this one, then let me know your thoughts, opinions. Have you tried any other barley wines from BrewDog? Have you tried any more of the beers in the series? Yeah, BrewDog. I've still got a hell of a lot of time for them, and I think they can actually prove a lot of people wrong. Yes, some of their business decisions and the direction the business is going can work against them. But hey, that's free enterprise, that's capitalism, and they've got a good solid brand with a good foundation, and thankfully they still brew really good beers. So who am I to judge if they've got a fucking airline or a resort location in America? And now they've of course got Stone Berlin's premises now. So, you know, they got there for a reason. There was a little bit of a time where some of the beers were just falling flat on the face. The fanzine series wasn't the best that I'd had. But yeah, not too bad. I was just expecting a little bit more. Anyway, let me know what you think, guys. Check out BrewDog. Check out my BrewDog playlist. And yeah, if any of my friends of fellow beer tubers have reviewed this one, I'll put their links down below. And I'm throwing stuff at you because I'm a disrespectful shill. Thank you guys for watching. Love you all, really. And hopefully you'll join me tomorrow for another beer review. See you guys later.